Hello again, fourth graders, and welcome to our Writer's Workshop for today. This is Unit 3, Session 19, Bringing History to Life. And today our lesson is called Digging Deeper, Interpreting the Life Lessons that History Teaches. Today you may want to work on fixing up what you wrote yesterday, but you also may want to collect another entry or two, still about ideas, so you can decide which of your entries is most worth including in your book. History is made not just from names, dates, and facts, but also from ideas. The stories that are told through the ages survive, not just because they are true, but because they convey larger ideas about a people, nation, and time. It helps to take the stories of history and ask, what life lessons might this be teaching? And write about them. During reading time, you've often read fiction and asked, what is this story really about? Earlier this year, you talked about how The Tiger Rising by Kate DiCamillo was not just the story of a boy being bullied at school and of a secret tiger he found, but that it was really a story about friendship and about opening up your suitcase of emotions. The question, what is this really about, also applies to everyday life. For example, someone who never notices me suddenly invites me to sit with them at lunch. I think, what's going on? Is she being nice because she wants me to help on her math? What is it that is really happening here? Or, for example, my best friend snaps at me for no good reason, and I think, what is this really about? Is she upset because her parents had another fight and taking it out on me? Or what? You need to read history like you read novels and like you read life. You can read about event after event after event, but you aren't really being thoughtful if you don't pause to ask, what is this war, this revolution, this hero really about? What does the whole founding father thing really stand for? You see, history, like all stories in life itself, is full of much bigger meanings. As writers of history, it's your job to figure out some of these big meanings and teach them to your reader. We're going to do an example here, The Revolutionary War by Josh Gregory. In 1774, Parliament began passing a series of laws that became known as the Intolerable Acts. These acts were designed to punish Massachusetts for destroying millions of dollars worth of property. Parliament then ordered Boston Harbor to be closed until the colonists paid for the tea they had destroyed. British General Thomas Gage was named governor of Massachusetts. It became illegal for the colonists to hold town meetings or elect their own officials without permission from the British. Now, what is this event in history really about? If you stop and think about that question, the British were definitely very, very angry and upset with the colonists and patriots for dumping the tea. These intolerable acts, as they became known, were designed to punish the state of Massachusetts, or the colony of Massachusetts, I guess at the time, for basically wasting millions of dollars of property. Now, history is not just made up of names, dates, and facts, but also from ideas. Finding and writing about ideas when researching history is a skill you want to develop. The stories that are told through the ages survive not just because they are true, but also because they convey larger ideas about a people, nation, and time. It's important to take the stories of history and ask, what life lessons might this teach? Some strategies that history researchers use to grow ideas as they research include rereading texts, annotating them with ideas, life lessons, and themes you see in them, connecting the then and now, and asking, what life lessons might this teach? These first 2 bullet points we've done the last couple of sessions. Now, 4th graders, you'll have 2 more days to develop your muscles for finding and developing the ideas in history and to write a chapter that does this work in your book. At this point, I'm sending you off to work really hard on either beginning, hopefully completing, and working to develop your chapter. If you want to develop another chapter, you can, but your job today is to fine-tune the chapter that we've started here over the last few days. Good luck, and let's get started.